Imagine stepping outside your front door and coming face to face with a creature from your wildest dreams, or perhaps nightmares. A creature long gone, vanished from the earth millions of years ago, now resurrected and roaming amongst us. Picture the skies filled with pterosaurs, their leathery wings casting fleeting shadows on the ground below. Envision herds of woolly mammoths lumbering across vast plains, their massive tusks scraping against trees. The world these resurrected creatures would encounter is a far cry from the one they once knew. Gone are the sprawling primeval forests and untouched savannas, replaced by bustling cities, sprawling farmlands, and fragmented wilderness. How would these animals from a distant past adapt to such a dramatically transformed world? Would they thrive, their ancient instincts guiding them to carve out new niches in this unfamiliar landscape? Or would they struggle to survive, overwhelmed by the challenges of a modern world shaped by human hands? Some might find unexpected havens in nature reserves or adapt surprisingly well to urban environments, while others might struggle to find food and shelter in a world dominated by human activity. The Tyrannosaurus rex, the very embodiment of prehistoric power and ferocity, once stalked the earth as apex predator. But how would this king of the dinosaurs fare in the modern world, stripped of its dominion and thrust into an environment shaped by humankind? Imagine the awe and terror if a T-Rex were to suddenly appear in a city park, its thunderous footsteps shaking the ground and its piercing roar echoing through the concrete jungle. Yet for all its power, the T-Rex would encounter challenges it never faced in its own time. The cacophony of city noise, the blinding lights, the unfamiliar smells, all would assault its senses, creating a disorienting and potentially overwhelming experience. On a smaller but no less intriguing scale, consider the dodo bird, a creature whose very name has become synonymous with extinction. Once a resident of the island of Mauritius, the dodo lived a life of peaceful isolation, its lack of natural predators rendering flight unnecessary. Now imagine the dodo reintroduced to a world where its island home has been transformed by human activity. Would it adapt to life in a bustling city park, foraging for scraps alongside pigeons and squirrels? Or would it fare better in a more controlled environment, such as a zoo or wildlife sanctuary? The woolly mammoth, a giant of the Ice Age, once roamed vast frozen landscapes, its thick coat and imposing tusks perfectly adapted to the harsh conditions. But in a world where glaciers have retreated and temperatures have risen, how would this magnificent creature cope? Perhaps they could thrive in vast nature reserves, their grazing habits helping to maintain the delicate balance of these ecosystems. Their reintroduction could have unforeseen consequences, both positive and negative, on existing flora and fauna. Imagine a Tyrannosaurus rex, a creature accustomed to ruling vast territories, navigating the concrete jungle of a modern metropolis. The constant hum of traffic, the flashing neon signs, the sheer density of human activity, all would bombard its senses, a cacophony of stimuli that could easily overwhelm its primal instincts. Yet the urban jungle, for all its challenges, might also offer surprising opportunities for a creature like the T-Rex. Parks and green spaces, while significantly smaller than its natural habitat, could provide pockets of refuge, offering a semblance of familiarity amidst the urban sprawl. However, such scavenging would inevitably bring the T-Rex into contact with humans, a prospect both fascinating and terrifying. The T-Rex's survival in an urban environment wouldn't just be about finding food and shelter. It would also demand a remarkable ability to adapt its hunting instincts to this new landscape. The dense populations of rats, pigeons, and other urban-dwelling creatures might seem like easy prey, but catching them amidst the hustle and bustle of city life would require cunning and agility. No longer able to rely solely on brute force, the T-Rex would need to develop new strategies, using the shadows of buildings to its advantage, exploiting the rhythm of the city to ambush unsuspecting prey. The urban jungle, once a symbol of human dominance over nature, would become a battleground for survival, a testament to the adaptability of life itself. The dodo, with its ungainly waddle and seemingly naive disposition, presents a different set of challenges and opportunities in the modern world. Lacking the predatory instincts of the T-Rex, the dodo's survival would depend largely on its ability to coexist with humans and adapt to human-dominated environments. Zoos and wildlife sanctuaries would likely become its primary refuges, offering safe havens where it could live out its days protected from the dangers of traffic, predators, and habitat loss. Educational programs centered around the dodo could become powerful tools for conservation, teaching children and adults alike about the importance of protecting vulnerable species and the devastating consequences of human impact on the natural world. The woolly mammoth, with its immense size and herbivorous diet, presents a unique set of challenges and opportunities in the context of modern agriculture. Imagine herds of these majestic creatures grazing on the outskirts of farmlands, their presence both awe-inspiring and potentially disruptive. Their grazing habits, while beneficial for maintaining grasslands and controlling invasive plant species, could also lead to conflicts with farmers protecting their crops. Farmers might need to adapt their practices, employing innovative solutions to deter mammoths from encroaching on their fields, while still allowing them to roam freely in designated areas. However, the presence of mammoths could also offer unexpected benefits for agriculture, such as their dung acting as a natural fertilizer, enriching the soil and improving crop yields. The return of the Tyrannosaurus rex would undoubtedly trigger a global crisis, a clash between our modern world and a creature seemingly ripped from our deepest nightmares. The initial awe at witnessing such a magnificent beast would quickly give way to primal fear as the reality of its presence sank in. The challenge wouldn't be just managing the T-Rex's physical presence, but also navigating the psychological impact of its existence. Yet, amidst the fear and uncertainty, the return of the T-Rex could also spark a wave of scientific curiosity unseen since the dawn of humanity. The dodo's re-emergence, unlike the T-Rex's grand entrance, would likely be met with a mixture of curiosity, amusement, and perhaps a tinge of guilt. This gentle, flightless bird, a symbol of human-caused extinction, would serve as a constant reminder of our capacity for both destruction and compassion. The dodo's survival would depend largely on our willingness to share our spaces, to create safe havens for it in a world increasingly dominated by human activity. Imagine urban parks transformed into dodo sanctuaries, carefully designed to mimic its natural habitat, with dedicated teams monitoring its well-being and educating the public about its unique history and the importance of conservation. The return of the woolly mammoth would pose a unique set of logistical and ethical dilemmas, particularly when it comes to their migratory patterns and their impact on existing ecosystems. These massive herbivores, accustomed to roaming vast distances in search of food and suitable climates, would inevitably clash with human infrastructure and agricultural practices. The challenge would lie in finding a balance between protecting their right to roam freely and mitigating their impact on human livelihoods. Solutions might involve creating designated mammoth corridors, vast swaths of land connecting suitable habitats, allowing them to migrate without disrupting human activities. The return of extinct animals wouldn't just be about managing individual species. It would be about adapting to a world where the unexpected becomes the norm. It would demand a fundamental shift in our thinking, a recognition that we are not the sole architects of the planet's destiny, but rather part of a complex web of life that extends far beyond our immediate control. Imagine a world where encountering a T-Rex in the wild, while terrifying, becomes a possibility, a stark reminder of nature's raw power. Imagine sharing our cities with dodos, their gentle presence a source of wonder and a call for responsibility. Imagine witnessing the migration of woolly mammoths, their ancient rhythms woven into the fabric of our modern lives. This reimagined world, while daunting, also offers a glimmer of hope. It reminds us that extinction, while a profound loss, doesn't have to be forever. It challenges us to confront our role in the web of life, to acknowledge our capacity for both destruction and creation. And perhaps, most importantly, it ignites our imagination, reminding us that the future, like the past, is full of possibilities, both wondrous and unknown. The return of extinct animals would be a testament to life's resilience, a powerful symbol of our interconnectedness and our shared responsibility for the planet we call home. Imagining extinct animals in our modern world reminds us of the delicate balance of life on Earth, a balance often disrupted by human activity. The ghostly presence of these creatures echoes through the fossil record, a testament to the impermanence of even dominant species. Their absence, a void left by time and human impact, reminds us of the preciousness of the natural world and our responsibility to protect it. The hypothetical reintroduction of extinct animals into our modern world compels us to confront not only our past mistakes, but also our present responsibilities. It serves as a mirror reflecting back our actions, both positive and negative, highlighting the consequences of our choices and the impact we have on the planet. The challenges we would face in coexisting with these resurrected creatures would mirror the challenges we face today in conserving endangered species, managing human-wildlife conflict, and mitigating the effects of climate change. Imagine the logistical nightmares of preventing a Tyrannosaurus rex from wreaking havoc in a densely populated city, or the ethical dilemmas of confining a dodo to a zoo enclosure, however carefully designed. These scenarios, while hypothetical, parallel the very real challenges faced by conservationists working tirelessly to protect endangered species like the rhino, the elephant, and the tiger from poaching, habitat loss, and human encroachment. The return of extinct animals would amplify these challenges, forcing us to confront the limitations of our current conservation efforts and the urgent need for more sustainable practices. It would underscore the importance of habitat preservation, responsible resource management, and international cooperation in addressing global environmental threats. The lessons learned from navigating this hypothetical scenario could prove invaluable in shaping more effective conservation strategies for the future. Imagining a world where extinct animals roam alongside us underscores our responsibility as custodians of Earth's biodiversity. Each species, a product of evolution, represents a unique branch on the tree of life. The extinction of a single species diminishes this richness, leaving a void that can never be filled. The return of extinct animals, while hypothetical, reminds us to safeguard this fragile legacy for future generations. The hypothetical scenario of extinct animals returning to a world reshaped by human activity is ultimately a story about adaptation, coexistence, and the interconnectedness of all living things. It challenges us to imagine a future where the boundaries between the human and natural worlds become increasingly blurred, where the echoes of the past inform our present choices, and where the fate of humanity is inextricably linked to the fate of the planet we call home. This future, while uncertain, holds both challenges and opportunities. It demands that we confront our fears, embrace innovation, and find ways to coexist with creatures that once seemed relegated to the realm of myth and legend. It requires that we rethink our relationship with nature, acknowledging its power, respecting its limits, and recognizing our responsibility to protect its delicate balance. The return of extinct animals would be a profound catalyst for change, forcing us to evolve not just technologically but also ethically and spiritually. It would challenge us to become more compassionate, more understanding, and more responsible inhabitants of this planet. It would be a testament to the enduring power of life, a reminder that even in the face of extinction, hope for a more harmonious future remains, a future where humans and nature can thrive together, not as separate entities, but as integral parts of a single interconnected web of life.